Hola, people from all places and races. We are here today on another great episode of Rabbids Fandom Occurrences, in which we will discuss a topic that has to do with certain tendencies that this fandom has. I wonder what are they about? Ever since the 2010s, people have been more and more prominent on fandom spaces on the internet. We see them pop up in social media like Twitter, Tumblr, and Reddit. Every one of these spaces is designated for a specific thing like Hasbro Hotel, Demon Slayer, Five Nights at Freddy's, and many more. Each one of these communities, or as we prefer to call them fandoms, is distinct in many ways, but more often than not do the same things you see in these spaces. Fan art, discussions, theories, and many more. A lot of these creations and comments are done to show a love and appreciation to every project. Supposedly it should just end there, right? People talking about what they like and sharing community creations and nothing else, correct? Well, no. Many, and I say many, of these spaces have a notorious track record of being places where hatred and uncontrolled reigns. I know about the whole fandom trauma thing, and the negative perception of fandoms isn't a new thing, but this has gone worse in the 2020s, especially because of lack of values like respect and empathy. And we all know by now what kind of messed up occurrences have happened inside these spaces. From pushing people to suicide, fake accusations of all kind, and every stuff that is actually considered illegal. I've seen it all. But what's up with the Rabbids fandom? Do they commit these same mistakes and act like a bunch of nefarious fronts who only care about what they want? Well, my friend, the answer may surprise you. You see, my friends, the Rabbids fandom is one of those fandoms where we can actually call it a community. I am aware that we aren't that many. I mean, we are 40 or 50 something of us currently. But it's one that has demonstrated attitudes of equity, tolerance, and solidarity for many years that it's simply unbelievable. As we mentioned before in the previous videos of this saga, we have a deep love and appreciation for our fellow Rabbids fans, regardless of gender or race, and we simply respect their feelings and thoughts towards anything related with the franchise. Sure, there have been moments where there have been disagreements on things, but none of them escalated to any fights or threats. There were always healthy discussions. Stepping onto more personal territory regarding interaction between the fandom, we are very calm and very responsible around any of our peers and just people on the internet in general. We don't disturb the peace or molest others with what we do. We are, ironically, very chill and calm individuals. There is someone who ever breaks the rules of the fandom and decides to cross a line inside or outside of it, then they better prepare themselves for the worst, my brother. I mean, why do you think we have never seen Camphead ever again? Not many know this, but Sonic Extreme 99 has one of the best security systems in the history of the internet. And by security system, I mean that he basically makes people disappear from the fandom if they're able to do something unforgivable. We don't see a single trace of them ever again on the internet. Hey, he has kept this space safe for everyone for many years now. I cannot criticize his methods. But back to the point. Our friend Piper commented about this not so long ago and talked about how the Rabbids fandom had all the ingredients to be toxic. But it isn't. You can read it all in this image right here made by them, and you know what? I totally see it. They could all act in a very negative and heinous way, but they don't. And I am happy for that! We are the example of a community that acts truly like one. One that has decided to put on the big boy pants and be the example on what other communities should be and just be great people overall. It's just the nature of a Rabbids fan. Let's be real, folks. The world would be a better place with more Barakumas, Hooks, and Bampas. Of course, there will always be someone who will make mistakes. Like how Kino tended to trace art way too much from other places, including some artists like Tarot on Fire, or when Anna wasn't all that careful when it came to posting certain works that were quite adult towards her audience, some of them being too young to even understand. But they both understood what they were doing wrong and decided to change, and I couldn't be happier and prouder. Rabbids fans, you have proven to me and to this weird and wild world that despite the obscurity and harm the reality may have, you will forever be the best things to counter it. Someday, the world will know of your contributions to humanity's most beautiful things. And although I may not be with you to see that moment, I will be always watching you from up above. From me to you, I hope you live 1,000 years, Rabbids fans.